it seems like Marvel Studios has no faith in their next project releasing in December, which we have not even seen a full-length trailer of that being Wonder Man. Now, it's been reported that we're going to get our first trailer this weekend. It's New York Comic Con, so hopefully it drops online. I don't know why it wouldn't drop online, but we should be concerned. Also, Jonathan Majors, you guys, teases a potential return to Kang in the MCU. How do you guys feel about that? I still think we have lots of stories to tell for Kang the Conqueror in the MCU. And also, Stranger Things Season 5 is the most expensive thing on the planet. We will jump into the details. But first, let's talk Wonder Man. Now, Wonder Man is a project I'm not necessarily overly excited for. I mean, I love Yahya Abdul-Mateen. I can't wait to see what he does with this character and his introduction into the MCU. But Wonder Man as a whole, I am struggling to try to find out, why is this character being introduced right now? We are literally trying to close out the multiverse saga. Where do you plug in Wonder Man after this series? Honestly. Now, does it fit into like Vision Quest? Because I know he has like a relationship with like Wanda. That's a possibility, but I don't know. Honestly, I'm trying to figure out if this was planned before the restructuring of Marvel Studios that Kevin Feige is doing right now. You know, they're doing the whole restructuring phase and trying to focus on storytelling other than putting out quantity over quality, because we all know that's been Marvel's biggest problem post Endgame. It's just been too much. Now, I'm not saying everything has been bad, you know, but they've lost the trust within the fan base, and the box office results prove that. But Wonder Man, if they do not drop that trailer this weekend, I'm going to be extremely frustrated. They're treating this shit like Eyes of Wakanda. Eyes of Wakanda came out and I didn't even know it came out. Like, we got a trailer, I think it was like 2 weeks before they dropped on Disney Plus, and the studio, the animation studio that was responsible for Eyes of Wakanda, just went bankrupt. So it's looking like we might not even get a season 2 for Eyes of Wakanda. Now, I'll be honest, I saw the first couple minutes of Eyes of Wakanda, no interest. Did not continue it. I just not for me. If I'm not visually stimulated by your animation, I simply will not watch your show or movie. That's just how I've always been. I have a key thing for art. And if it's just not for me, it's not going to be for me. You know, I heard Eyes of Wakanda was good. I have no interest in continuing that series. But it feels like Marvel Studios has no faith in this Wonder Man series, like, at all. The fact that it releases in December and all we've gotten were like little small teaser trailers of this shit is frustrating. Honestly, Ben Kingsley's going to be returning. You know, he showed up in Iron Man 3 as the Mandarin. You know, he's Trevor, and he showed up in Shang-Chi. Ben Kingsley is going to now appear in more projects than Shang-Chi. Think about that. It's just absolutely wild. But it fits the narrative because he's an actor, and he's an actor. You know, Simon Williams, the character that Yahya Abdul-Mateen is going to be playing, he's an actor in Hollywood who gains superpowers. But I don't know. It's frustrating. It's frustrating that Marvel hasn't marketed this at all. At all. Somebody in the comments down below, when did that first trailer for Peacemaker or first teaser for Peacemaker drop? Honestly, I want to know the difference between marketing between Marvel Studios right now and DC Studios, because this is absolutely insanity to me. But we'll see what happens with Wonder Man. If they drop the trailer on Saturday, best believe I'm going to give you guys my honest, earnest reaction to it, because I'm curious to see this show. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not hyped. I am curious about the show. Just curious. Mostly because I love me some Yahya Abdul-Mateen. You know, ladies love him because he has a massive hog. If you've seen Watchmen, you know what I'm talking about. Watchmen was so good. I watched it for the first time this year, you guys, and that series was incredible. Now, moving on to the next topic, you guys. Jonathan Majors teases a return to Kang after being fired from Marvel Studios in 2023. Majors was found guilty of misdemeanor assault and harassment. He was acquitted on 2 other more serious charges. But after the firing, Marvel Studios decided to shift away from Kang and introduce Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom to be the next big bad villain, replacing Kang in the Kang Dynasty with Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars. Now, Kang in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium was definitely, I feel like, a highlight of the movie. But the fact that he lost to Ant-Man was a problem to me. I feel like he should have killed the Wasp, Hank, whatever, just to set the tone for his character moving into Kang Dynasty. He's the next big bad, and you have him lose to Ant-Man? Not the best idea. Honestly, I thought it was a terrible idea. But I love what Michael Waldron did with Loki season 1 and 2. That version of Kang, Victor Timely, was perfect. So damn amazing. Loki season 1 and 2 was the best thing, one of the best things to come out post-Endgame. So well done. Even if they decided to end Kang with how Loki season 2 ended, I'd be happy. But I'm curious to see if they decide to bring him back. But Jonathan Majors teased this. This is what he said. When asked about the returning to Kang, Majors said, "I cannot say anything about that. It's the multiverse." So there's that. What's weird about that statement, I cannot say anything about that. Why can't you say anything about that? You are no longer hired by Marvel Studios. So unless there's like a contract breach or whatever, you're not allowed to publicly talk about Kang. It's going to be interesting. You know, we all know he's been in contact with Kevin Feige. He's sent him letters, and apologizing and saying, just his appreciation for letting him join the MCU. But the fact that he says he cannot talk about that is interesting to me. Could Kang actually appear in Doomsday? Could Kang be the Thanos of Doomsday, of where we see Doctor Doom wreak havoc on the Council of Kangs that we saw at the end of Ant-Man 3? That would be hype and wild. That would set the tone for Doctor Doom moving forward with these next 2 Avengers films. Because that's what I always stated. You're going to need that big, wow, impactful moment like Thanos had at the very start of Infinity War, where he damn near killed all the Asgardians and put a beating on the Hulk where he didn't even want to come out for the rest of the movie. That's the tone we need to set for RDJ's Doctor Doom in the MCU. Now, I wouldn't mind Jonathan Majors coming back. I love what he did with Magazine Dreams. I think he's a wonderful, talented actor. I love what he's able to accomplish. I love how he's able to really physically transform into these roles. I wouldn't mind one bit with Jonathan Majors coming back. I mean, we all have past trouble. Look at Robert Downey Jr., been the face of the MCU before everything happened. I think it's possible. I honestly do think it's possible. Enough time has now passed where I do think Marvel Studios could rehire Jonathan Majors to close out at least his saga for Kang moving forward. And if you want to, further down the line recast the character, by all means, do it, whatever. But I still think that Jonathan Majors deserves a second shot at closing out his story for Kang the Conqueror in the MCU. But we will see. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you want Jonathan Majors to potentially return as Kang the Conqueror in the MCU? Let me hear it. Also, closing out the video, Stranger Things 5. We all know Stranger Things 5 drops later this year, just damn near 2 months, and it's going to be a mega level event. 8 episodes. And this is coming out as of recently. Each episode reportedly be between 90 to 2 hours long. Holy shit. That is wild. Wild. It's like a movie per episode. And the budget for each episode ranges between $50 to $60 million. You're talking about one of the most expensive TV shows of all time. More expensive than, the Lord of Power or Power of the Rings or whatever, that Lord of the Rings stuff on Prime, which I cannot stand. Absolutely insanity. But it deserves it. Stranger Things has been one of the greatest shows of this decade. It's been one of the most well-written, well-established, well-acted, well-directed, everything about it. The score, Stranger Things has not missed, in my opinion. Yeah, there was a couple of episodes, I think, with Elle and her sister. I think that was in season 2, which I didn't barely love too much. But other than that, they've always elevated every single season. And to close out your last finale, you guys, with this season finale, with Vecna going up against the entirety of Hawkins, boy, I cannot wait. So I do think it's a brilliant idea to really invest and put so much into this series finale for Stranger Things. I cannot wait. I'm super stoked. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm probably going to be an emotional wreck, but fingers crossed, you guys. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about today's topics. What do you think about Wonder Man releasing in December. We've yet to get a full-length trailer. Let me know what you guys think about Jonathan Majors teasing his potential return to Kang the Conqueror. And what do you think about Stranger Things Season 5 being the most expensive TV show of all time? Let me hear in the comments down below. And of course, thank you guys for taking time into your day for watching C-Roll Productions. Peace.